Here. I'm here today to do a Top 10 Tuesday. This Top 10 Tuesday is inspired by the artsy reader girl, but I kind of deviated a little bit from her theme. Her theme was your top 10 bookmarks. Here's the thing with my bookmarks. I am ridiculously hard on my bookmarks. Like, really hard. The only ones that survive for longer than like a month are the really nice ones, and I don't know where I put mine. They're the ones from like Ink and Wonder or any of the nicer books that I get from like Owl Crate. Their bookmarks I really enjoy, and I do tend to use them a lot. I have one from their Storm and Sea box that I really like. I have a couple of their older ones from Ink and Wonder that I really like. There's one that was inspired by Illuminate, one that was from Fairy Loot a few months back, and was like Little Red Riding Hood theme. I actually need to put in an order for Ink and Wonder and just get a couple because I am really hard on my bookmarks. Like, I have a lot. I read a lot, and I'm always going back and forth to work. So I actually am gonna do a bookmark haul. I'm actually gonna buy a couple right around the holidays for myself and for a couple for my friends. That might be one of their gifts they get. But I just wanted to show you guys the stuff that I use as bookmarks. Again, I'm really hard on them. I have a cup of bookmarks. I'm gonna show you the cup that I have. So give me 1 second. A while back I got a mug from one of the companies that I got. They were doing like a Hogwarts house box, and my cup actually broke. So I actually do have another one from them. It's somewhere in my room, but this one broke. So I use this as my bookmark cup. So I go to a lot of conventions. I go to BEA, BookCon, and hopefully ALA this year. So this is all the bookmarks that I have that are actually bookmarks. They're all made out of paper. There's nothing really that shocking about them. And I always have them in a cup, so when I need one, I do. But these are just the ones that are more like bigger. I tend to use my old badges from conventions as bookmarks because I don't really, they just hang up on my closet. I don't really do anything with them, but I do use them as bookmarks because they're kind of a perfect size. And then these are just a couple of the big ones. I got these for Christmas from some of my friends, but these are just Harry Potter themed. These are probably some of my favorite bookmarks, and I don't know, I just love these drawings. I always have Harry Potter quotes, and I think I've had a bunch of these throughout my life. Like I always get them when I go to the Strand because they have them. But this one is me, books, and cleverness. There's more important things to friendship, like friendship and bravery. I've had the Ron one. I've had the Harry one. And then a while ago, Sasha Elberg was selling books on her shop. This one's like huge. I don't think I would. This I might use if I have like a massive book, like maybe like an illustrated edition. But this is another bookmark that I use. And then sometimes these get used at bookmarks or my cards from like Owl Crate. I'll try to think if I have one. These I sometimes use. These are really, really cute. If I'm just reading like a quick book, I'm always afraid that they're kind of going to get lost. But yeah, that's my thoughts on bookmarks when I read because I am, as I said, I'm a little bit hard on my bookmarks. But I also wanted to feature in this video some of the other bookish things I have that help me with my reading or my organizing that really has nothing to do with bookmarks. So we're going to get into that as well. That this product came into my life after I was through grad school because book sleeves, boy, are like my new best friend. For those that don't know, I've commuted to school for like the past like 7 years. Like I've commuted a lot, and now I'm a teacher in the DOE, so I always commute. My books used to get brutalized in my backpack. So I got a book sleeve in one of my boxes. I think it was from Owl Crate, and I love that thing. And that was like perfect for my arcs. And then I started saying, well, I need to get a bigger one. So I actually have 2 massive book sleeves that I use every day. And I talked about this in my reading my reading routine video. But what I do, and I'll show you what I do, is I have a book that I'm reading and it goes in here. And then if I think I'm going to finish the book or I think there's like a chance I will, I always put a graphic novel or a smaller book in the front flap. And that's kind of how I do it. But I love these. Story Hero has some great ones. BookBoo has some awesome ones, but I actually love Story Hero. I would highly recommend. I love that they clasps. You can see that I had that her logo was kind of gone. I also have a Hufflepuff one. I have a bunch of book sleeves. I got one from Entangled Teen. I got a couple from Bookboxes. But the ones that I personally bought was this I Still Believe in Heroes, and then the other one from the Hufflepuff, which is it's the Hufflepuff one. That one's actually in my bag right now. But yeah, so book sleeves, especially if you are like commuting or you're going to work, I really love this because I like to often give my books to friends or my kids when I'm done with them. So I want them to be in better condition than they are. So this is something that I do use. And if you have not been exposed to the beauty that is book sleeves, let me tell you, they have changed my reading game and saved the state of my books. Tried to do like several different times. Throughout the last couple of years, people have always given me reading planners, and I actually have a couple from Owl Crate that I just never got into using. But this planner literally has saved my YouTube channel because as being a teacher and having so many other things, I just thought the organization of this was so easy. And I mostly use it for like the planning page because I don't do this planning in my planner. And I did wind up getting the all booked one from Little Inkling Designs, but I actually might wind up making that like my life planner and then using the Owl Crate one for, it just depends on how big they are. Because the problem with my planner for school is that it can't be that big because my backpack isn't that big. But I really do love this. I really love this page, which is the planning, because I do a lot of blogging stuff. And it really just keeps me organized. I am trying to be better. I just wish this, I'm really loving the weekly planner pages in the back, because whenever I have my planning stuff, it's really been helpful. So I'm really excited to see what the design for their new one is. But I'm really loving the design elements. I'm really excited to see the Little Inkling Design ones that I've also ordered. And I might actually wind up using that for my personal planner. We will see. But I'm really hoping that one of them has just pages where I can do lists, because I get better at doing lists when I know, like, okay, like I need to read all these books and I check them off. So that is the one thing I'm looking for. And there's one other thing I wanted to show you due to my organization. Many different years to do a spreadsheet like I've heard about from Super Space Chick and from Corey on Owl Crate, but it just doesn't work for me. So what I've actually found is this I got in an Owl Crate book like a couple of years ago. It's a quote from, I think, A Thorn of Glass. But what I do is, some of these were my workout stuff, but what I do is I make like different lists for myself. So like some of the lists I have in this is like the backlist books of 2019 that I have read. I started to do purchase and then I got rid of it. I think I'm going to try to be better with this when I actually have my planner from Inkling, because they have a page for that. And then I do the 2019 releases that I read. And then I do the books that I wind up giving away. This page gets so big, but I want to know, what books I wind up getting rid of so I can have a tally at the end of the year. And this doesn't include unhaul books because I do that a lot, but these are just the books that I read that I get rid of. And then I have a page for another page for backlists. Some of these pages are blank, but like all the mystery books that I read this year, I have a page for. All the fantasy books I read this year, all the middle grade books I read this year, all the historical fiction books that I read this year, contemporary, all the Owl Crate past and the Owl Crate current that I've read, and all the audiobooks that I've read. I have to actually update these lists. And then if I participate in readathons, I normally had a page for them. It just kind of keeps me like a little bit organized, and just because spreadsheets really don't work for me. And honestly, I use Goodreads to write the reviews of my books, so I sometimes do them in this, but I definitely use Goodreads. Goodreads is like one of my favorite things. I love setting a good Goodreads goal. It really motivates me. But yeah, so I actually have to go update these right now, but I just wanted to add this and say that whatever organization techniques you use works for you. These just really work for me, because as someone who has a very chaotic life sometimes, I really just want to know what I have to do for reading, and especially when trying to make content for you guys, I'm just trying to make everything easier, especially because I do have 3 different platforms. I do Instagram, I do my blog, and I do YouTube. It's just easier just to have all that information for me, especially when I also I'm a full-time teacher and, all stuff like that. But let me know in the comments, what are your favorite bookmarks? What are some of your favorite shops that I can peruse in and see if I get? And yeah, so I'll talk to you guys next week for another Top 10 Tuesday.